What's up guys, Groovy Guitar Dude here with a beginner guitar tutorial for I Think He Knows by Taylor Swift. If this video helps you out, hit that like and subscribe button and let me know down in the comments below what are the songs from Taylor Swift's new album Lover that you want to learn on guitar. Guys, the first thing that you want to know to play I Think He Knows on guitar is that in order to get rid of some bar chords and keep this as beginner friendly as possible, we're going to capo up to 3rd fret. And if you don't have a capo, I'll have a link to get this capo for free right up here. The next thing you want to know to play I Think He Knows on guitar is the structure of this song. We're going to start out with a verse, then go to chorus, then verse again and chorus again. Then we're gonna have a little post-chorus, then a bridge, then another chorus, and then one last post-chorus to take us out of the song. And the last thing you wanna know before we dive into I Think He Knows is the 5 chords that we need to play this song. The first one is C, the next one is D, the next one is G, the next one is E minor, and the last one is B minor. And I have a beginner way to play that B minor in the pinned comment below, as well as chord charts for all the other chords for those of you who need them. And with all that in mind, guys, let's dive into I Think He Knows. Man, this is such a great song. This is one of those songs on the album that I had to warm up to a little bit. I didn't love it at first, but the more that I've listened to it, I just absolutely love it. It's such a fun song, and it's super fun to play and very beginner friendly as well. So the first thing we're going to take a look at here is our verses, because that's the first thing that we hear in the song. For our verses, we have a very beginner friendly picking pattern, and that's going to start up here on 3rd fret of the low E. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to mute, kind of palm mute our strings while we're picking them, but it's only the low E, so don't be intimidated by that. It's really easy. All you got to do is take this soft part of your strumming or picking hand and just rest it kind of softly on the low E string right there close to your bridge, just like that. And then we're going to pick just like that, and it's going to give us just kind of a muted, muffled sound for our notes. The 2 notes that we're going to go back and forth from on this are both going to be on the low E, so it's pretty easy to make that transition back and forth on there. So, with that in mind, first we're going to start on this low E 3rd fret. We're going to do 4 sets of 3 picks on the 3rd fret, low E, for our first section. So, what that looks like, that might sound a little bit confusing, but all that means is we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to switch. That's it. So 4 sets of 3 times picked for each one of those. From there, we're going to go on to our next kind of shape, which is actually just an open low E string. So for that one, all we're going to do is we're going to take that finger off and we're just going to leave our E string open. Same thing, we're going to kind of palm mute that there, and we're going to do the same exact thing, 4 sets of 3 picks for each of those. So open low E, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's it, guys. That little picking pattern right there, the 3rd fret on the low E, and then the open low E, 4 sets, 3 picks for each set. That is just going to repeat over and over again throughout all of your verses. So a little walkthrough of what that actually looks like together is about like this. We'll start on our 3rd fret low E. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just like that, over and over again, repeated through all of your verses for this song. So guys, a couple of times through that little verse picking pattern, without me talking, will look about like this. And from there, guys, we're into what's being played for our choruses on I Think He Knows. For our choruses, we're just going to have 1 chord progression and 1 strum pattern that's going to repeat through all of our choruses, just over and over again throughout the whole chorus. So first, that chord progression that's going to repeat is going to be C, D, G, and E minor. Pretty easy, kind of the 4 most basic chords, probably the 4 chords that most guitarists learn in the very beginning when they're first picking up the guitar. So from there, we'll take a look at our strum pattern that we're going to use for each chord. We'll use our C chord as our example here, since that's our first chord. We're going to have down, down, up, strummed for each chord. So a little closer to full speed, we'll go down, up, down, up. Just about like that. That's about the speed we're looking for. So a little walkthrough of our chord progression with that strum pattern is about like this. We'll go down, up, down, down, up, 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 down, up, down, down, up. Lost my voice there for a second, but that's about what we're going to be doing, and that's just going to repeat through all of our choruses, just like that. So guys, a couple of times through that chorus chord progression and strum pattern for I Think That He Knows will look about like this. And from there, guys, we're into what's being played for our post-choruses. So in the structure, the parts that said PC with a star next to them. For that, we're going to have the same thing, just a chord progression and a strum pattern that's going to repeat a couple of times for each post-chorus. Our chord progression for that is going to be G, G again, C, and D. And we're actually going to be using the same exact strum pattern that we used for our choruses. So with our G as an example, we'll go down, up, down, down, up. Just like that for each one of those chords. So a little walkthrough of what that'll look like is about like this. We'll go down, up, down, down, up, 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 down, up, down, down, up. Just about like that. And it's going to play a different amount of times through that depending on what part of the song that you're actually on. So you'll just have to listen to play along with the song to make sure you kind of get the right amount of times through that. So guys, a couple of times through that post-chorus chord progression and strum pattern will look about like this. And from there, guys, the only other thing that you need to know to play I Think He Knows on guitar is the bridge. For the bridge, we're going to have one chord progression and one very simple strum pattern to go along with it. So let's look at that chord progression first. We're going to start with a G, then go to B minor, then we're going to have a C, and then a D. Just like that. And I know that B minor is going to be a little bit tricky for you guys. Like I said, I will have a beginner way to play that in the pinned comment below. If you need it, if you don't have bar chords down, it's totally cool. There is an easier way to play it that will work for this song. So be sure to check that out. And guys, for strum pattern on this, all we're going to do is just one single down strum for each chord. We're just going to hit it and we're going to hold it and let it ring out. And then we'll switch chords and same thing, just single down strum for each chord. So a little walkthrough what that'll look like. You guys know what single down strums look like, but just so you can get a vibe for it and get the timing, it'll be about like this. We'll go down, 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 again, down, 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 down. Just like that, repeated a couple of times for our bridge, and then we're back into the chorus from there. So guys, a couple of times through that bridge chord progression with that single down strum pattern without me talking will look about like this. And guys, that is everything that you need to know to play I Think He Knows on guitar. As always, if you have any questions, you can hit me up in the comments down below. I'm usually pretty quick getting back to those. And again, if this video helps you out, hit that subscribe button. I have about 700 other guitar and ukulele lessons on this channel, and I usually try to post at least 3 to 5 new lessons every single week. So if you're learning guitar or ukulele, there could not be a more perfect channel for you to check out. If you want to see what song I'm jamming on today or pictures of my dog, you can hit up my Instagram story at @thegroovyguitardude. Link for that will be in the description below. Guys, I am so hooked on this song. It's one of those songs that, like I said, the first couple times I heard it on the album, when I was just listening to the album through, I didn't love it right away. I liked it, I thought it was cool, it was kind of had a catchy beat and stuff like that, but it didn't really click with me for some reason. And I actually was on a flight this morning, I had a couple hour flight, and I was kind of going through the Lover album, and for whatever reason, this one just stuck with me this morning. I was just listening to it on repeat for like almost the entire flight, and I just loved it, and I wanted to share it with you guys because it's a really fun one to play, and it's just a good vibe. I love the writing in this, I love the style of it, it's really cool. Like I said, I'm just like obsessed with it today for some reason. But it is also a great song for beginner guitarists to learn because it really isn't too tricky. We do just have kind of a couple of chord progressions. The verse picking pattern is super beginner friendly. Anybody, even if it's your first day playing guitar, you can get that down no problem. All the other stuff really is basic chords besides that B minor, which we will have a B minor alternative. A B minor 7 is actually what it's called in the pinned comment below, and that's much more beginner friendly for those of you who don't quite have bar chords down yet. That's totally cool. Most people don't have them down in the beginning. I started out doing chords like that as well before I could get bar chords down. So don't feel bad or weird about not being able to get those bar chords down. But like I said, guys, this is an awesome song. It is pretty beginner friendly, especially if you use that B minor 7 and just kind of get the groove. This is a bouncy, fun song. So, you gotta feel the strum pattern. Don't be so analytical about it and stuff. I was catching myself doing that where I was like just playing the strum pattern straight through and not having fun with it. This is a fun song. It's a fun, bouncy, it's just a fun song to play, guys. So have fun with it when you play it. That's the most important part about guitar. Make sure you're having fun. So I had a lot of fun playing this song and learning it. I hope you guys have a lot of fun learning it as well, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all soon.